Peace and blessings to the family. It is me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. Shout out to the Louisiana All-American Sports Network. Shout out to Envision Photography and Video. And shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about a very controversial topic. Right now, Southern University is historically bad. Southern University, after they lost to Alcorn State on Saturday in Loma, Mississippi, Southern University has fallen to 1-9. Southern University has this coming Saturday for senior afternoon against Texas Southern. Kickoff is going to be 2 o'clock. And then in the finale against Grambling Bayou Classic, Thanksgiving weekend. So if Southern does not win at least one of those two games, whether senior afternoon, whether it's Grambling against Bayou Classic, this will be the worst Southern University record since the 1930s. That is historically bad. And the irony is Southern University starting running back Trey Holly. You know, he transferred from LSU after, getting a attempted murder charge. I think one of the charges were dropped. However, just purely and strictly from a talent standpoint, he's he is the best Southern University running back I've seen in my lifetime. And I've seen some good to great Southern University running backs, like Lenard Tillery, like Melvin Williams Jr., like Lindsey Scott Sr., like Kendrick Grimes, like Victor Ike, like Steve Warford, like Jermaine Sharp, like Lionel Nicholas. I've seen so many good to great Southern University running backs over the years. And truthfully speaking, Trey Holly trumps them all. But for Southern University to be historically bad, that goes to show you that the state that the team is in. And clearly and frankly, Southern University needs another head coach. After the season is over, they need to move in a different direction. And every time we bring up the subject of who should be the next head football coach at Southern University, whether we're talking about guys like, Joe Taylor, Dr. Alvin Parker, Quinn Gray, former NFL players like Kevin Falk, like current NFL player Teddy Bridgewater, like KJ Black, or even like a celebrity coach like Marshall Falk or Ed Reed. There's always at least a few people that always bring up a white head coach, and these individuals like, hey, Southern University, they need to get back to where they need to be. They need to hire a white head coach. And this is the thing I can't understand for the life of me. Why do so many black people have a white savior complex? And it's insane to me that we have to have this conversation in 2025. It's not 1980, it's 2025. And I'm talking about educated black people that graduated from HBCUs or graduated from Southern University, that's highly educated and understand the history of this country in terms of chattel slavery here in America, Jim Crow laws, or redlining, so on and so forth, understand all of these things historically. And in addition to that, they understand the initial purpose of HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. But yet, they insist that Southern University, to get back to its dominance, the historical dominance they had in HBCU football, to get back to that point, some of these individuals insist that Southern University needs to hire a white head coach. Like I say, it baffles me. It's insane to me. And the thing about it is, they bring up a variety of different names, but the main name they bring up is Matt Leone, former Southern University assistant coach. He's currently the offensive coordinator in North Carolina Central. And don't get me wrong, Matt Leone is a very good offensive coordinator. And truthfully speaking, honestly, I think he's a better offensive coordinator than Mark Orlando ever was. And no disrespect to Mark Orlando, I felt like Mark Orlando, when he was the offensive coordinator at Southern under Pete Richardson, I felt like he was a decent offensive coordinator. And truthfully speaking, I feel like Matt Leone is far better than Mark Orlando ever was. However, I still wouldn't want him to be the head coach at Southern University. Now, I know some people are going to be like, hey, as long as Southern University gets back to dominance and getting back to being an elite team in HBCU football, I don't care whether the head coach is black, white, orange, yellow, purple, green. I don't care. And to me, I strongly disagree with that ideology, with that train of thinking, with that mindset. The reason being because race matters in America. And, I'm in the LDBC, and every time, white fight fans support a white fighter, it's cool. Every time Mexican fans support one of their fighters, whether it's David Benavidez or whether it's Canelo or whoever it is, it's cool. Puerto Rican fans support Puerto Rican fighters, cool. Whatever other race or other nationality support their fighter, is cool. But as soon as us black fight fans in the LDBC, when us in the LDBC, as soon as we support fighters we like the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder or Devin the Dream Haney, as soon as we support our fighters, we're racist, we're race baiters, so on and so forth. And it's the same thing. I wouldn't have a problem with Matt Leone being the offensive coordinator at Southern, but I'm almost certain he wouldn't want to leave North Carolina Central to be the offensive coordinator at Southern. I mean, unless it was a considerable pay increase. But truthfully speaking, I wouldn't mind him being the offensive coordinator, but the head coach at Southern, no, not whatsoever. And like I said, for people to think that Southern University needs a white head coach, to think they need a white head coach, like I said, is insane to me. I mean, you got so many guys that were, excellent NFL players, that's Hall of Famers, and that could come to Southern University and turn a program around. You got guys that's proven program builders. Like I said, maybe like a Quinn Gray, Dr. Alvin Parker, or whoever. Or even if you want to go outside of the HBCU ranks and you hire somebody like a Joe Taylor. If you wanted another proven program builder, like somebody like a Felton Huggins, whoever. Or even, like I said, if you want to go the celebrity route, you could hire Marshall Falk, Ed Reed, or whoever. But to be adamant that Southern University needs a white head coach, like I said, is insane to me, especially when we talk about black people that's highly educated, that graduated from HBCUs, that understand the history of this country, that understands why HBCUs were created in the first place. Like I said, it's insane to me. I mean, to me, and of course, the thing they always bring up is, hey, Alcorn State had a white head coach, and they won the SWAC. All right, and I hated it then. And the thing about it, like I said, race matters. If race didn't matter, guess what? Brian Flores, Antonio Pierce, those guys, Brian Flores and Antonio Pierce, Gerard Mill, those guys still would be head coaches in the NFL. If race didn't matter, then guess what? I mean, you got guys like Eric Bieniemy and Leslie Frazier that already would have been head coaches in the NFL. So absolutely race matters. Because guess what? As dominant as Eddie Robinson was at Grambling, as dominant as Pete Richardson was at Southern in his prime, LSU never considered those guys to be the head coach at LSU. So why don't we say, hey, why some of these SEC teams, hey, y'all need a black head coach. You're not going to make them hire a black head coach. And the irony is, I know some LSU fans might be like, well, hey, Frank Wilson is the interim head coach. Hey, truthfully speaking, I don't care what you say. Hey, they might have a black interim head coach, but I don't see them hiring a black head coach. I mean, and I'm going to stand on my square on that. So as dominant as Pete Richardson was, and Pete Richardson, his whole thing was, he wasn't upset that he was never hired at LSU. He was upset the fact that they never even considered him. They never even gave him a phone call. And that's the thing about it. So why are people adamant about Southern University needing a white head coach? Like I said, that is insane to me. Southern University having a white head coach, to me, and like I said, I wouldn't mind having a white assistant coach. At one point, Pete Richardson, he had an Asian defensive coordinator and a white offensive coordinator. That was cool with me. But having a non-black head coach, nah, I mean that. And like I said, it would be the equivalent to when Pete Richardson had Marcus Jacoby as the starting quarterback at Southern. And my issue with that, even back then, it wasn't the fact that he had a white quarterback. It was the fact that, he had on the same roster, he had Sam George, he had Lionel Hayes. And guess what? I saw when Lionel Hayes went to Grambling. And I saw when Sam George actually became the starting quarterback at Southern. And guess what? Marcus Jacoby wasn't better than either one of them. So, to me, you couldn't justify making Marcus Jacoby the starting quarterback at Southern at that time. Except for maybe you felt like it would bring Southern University more publicity or whatever. And at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say, there's a bunch of excellent black head coaches that you can make the next head coach at Southern that will become the next A.W. Mumford, will become the next Eddie Robertson, will become the next Pete Richardson, will become the next Marino Chasm. Whoever, they will could potentially become a legendary head coach in the SWAC or HBCU ranks. But if you don't give them that opportunity, you pass them over for a white head coach, to me, that would be insane. And at the end of the day, the fact that, so many black people tell me that Southern University, the next head coach, needs to be a white coach to get Southern University back to the elite program it was in black college football is insane to me. I mean, and like I say, this is coming from like highly educated black people. So, I mean, I think Southern University could get back to being the elite football team in black college football and being the power in HBCU football without resorting to hiring a white head coach. And I'm going to stand on my square on that. There's nothing you can say that's going to change my mind. But tell me how you feel in the comment section. If you agree with my point of view, my ideology, my train of thought, put it in the comment section. If you disagree, like I say, I don't mind if you disagree with me. I'm all for having a conversation as long as it's respectful. If you agree, if you disagree, put it in the comment section. But that's it for this video. If you found any value in this video, please like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, and please subscribe to the channel. I am less than 70 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber mark, so please subscribe to the channel. Also, later on my brother's channel, Jared 11 Green, HBCU Fanatics, we're going to talk about the big brawl between Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. We're going to talk about the upcoming game between North Carolina Central and South Carolina State. And we're just going to break down all the HBCU football in the SIAC, CIAA, SWAC, MEAC. We're going to break it all down. So be certain to come through later on my brother's channel, Jared 11 Green, to check out the HBCU Fanatics. I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. Y'all have a blessed and phenomenal day. Peace and blessings to the family. And just be blessed. And go Jags, you dig.